Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and making some really good trades, and I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. As we can see, Bitcoin is back open now. I mean, it never closes, but the futures are open, and we can see that the S&P is currently up about 0.21%, and the Nasdaq is not surprisingly up as well. So we'll see what Bitcoin is doing, and it is dropping at the moment, just down 0.5%. And we can see that BNB is leading the charge once again towards the downside. It just dropped another 4% today, and we are hitting some pretty critical support in my opinion. We are very oversold on that daily time frame. Taking a look at the weekly, we got a big drop there as well. But you know, I mean, in my opinion, I think you are getting into some very strong support. So you could chance a potential long on BNB at 225 and have a stop just below, because again, if we start to break these levels at 225 and 185, in my opinion, you have a very big air pocket here between those levels all the way down to $40. So again, this could be very, very bad for BNB if you start to lose the 185 level right here, but you could chance a long at the 225 level, as you're technically very oversold. But you know, there is some fundamental reason why BNB is dropping. You know, the SEC is suing Binance and Coinbase, so you're seeing these alts getting killed at the moment. You got basically a 20% haircut on all altcoins beginning on Saturday night, and I mean, it hasn't really stopped since then. For BNB, and then you can see that some of these alts have started to stabilize here just a bit and getting some very big wicks, like on Ethereum Classic, ADA, and Matic. So ADA recovered a good amount as well. Let's take a look at Matic here. We'll just take a look very quickly at Matic, because apparently these are the ones that are being classified as securities by the SEC. So you can see that Matic got a very big bottoming tail as well. So we'll see how the market reacts on Monday morning. But as far as Bitcoin goes, it is holding up very well for the time being. And we'll take a look at we'll take a look at Market Cipher at the moment. So Market Cipher, again, it's not looking that great, as you have increasing red money flow at the moment. The momentum waves are extending towards the downside. Weekly time frame, or new weekly candle just printed here with a 17 and a -5 and a red cross. So again, this is very bearish in my opinion on the weekly time frame. This looks like we are going to have a bit more downside coming for Bitcoin. But looking at Elliott wave here, we could see that we have completed the third wave, and we've completed the fourth wave, and we're still in the process, in my opinion, of finding the bottom in our fourth wave. So we have technically, in my opinion, satisfied the 50% retracement, as we could hold down to 25,300. Essentially, we got as low as 25,350. So again, that's pretty close and pretty good. I mean, it's good enough for me. And if we were to make a lower low here, then you would head down towards the 618 area to the 668 area. Again, this would be another strong area of support, and I mean, you are going to start to run into a pretty good amount of resistance starting from these levels right here, and that would be a nice area to long. And again, just looking at Bitcoin right now, it's not that oversold, but these altcoins are extremely oversold after that big haircut. But again, these can keep dropping if Bitcoin keeps moving towards the downside. Taking a look at some shorter time frames, like the 12-hour, you have a potential green dot here. You don't have that much red money flow. And taking a look at the 4-hour, the 4-hour has actually started to recover a lot of that red money flow with this little pump that we got over the weekend that actually ended at 26,200. And you got two green dots right here and a potential double bottom formation. So we'll see if the markets have enough strength to push it higher. But in my opinion, you might have to go lower if these levels do not hold. Okay, moving along at wave edge, so you have a potential green cross here. We've seen these green cross in the past. They have acted as strong buy signals right here for Bitcoin, and then followed by significant moves up, and we just got another one here. The question is, are we going to get another move up? In my opinion, you have some pretty good odds now that wave edge has printed this signal, and we got to confirm this by taking a look at some other charts. So sorry, not other exchanges. So let me just pull up some other exchanges. So we don't have one on Bybit, so we were just on Binance, and we have one there. Taking a look at Bitstamp, we don't have one, but taking a look at Coinbase, we do have one. So the odds are kind of 50-50 right now. You could take a look at some more charts right here. So we'll just pull up some other ones. So maybe the Bitcoin historical index, nothing there. We'll take a look at some other exchanges like Bitfinex. Taking a look at Bitfinex. I think we were just on Bitfinex. No, we weren't. Okay, taking a look at Bitfinex. We don't have a green cross there. And let's take a look at maybe one more here. We'll take a look at, not Gemini. There is one that I wanted to take a look at, which was, I think it was KuCoin. Maybe I missed it. All right. Anyways, I guess that's fine. We'll take a look at Gemini. And we did get a green cross, but it was like a couple days ago, and we actually had some downsides since then. So, I mean, it really depends which chart you're on, but so far we have two charts that are illustrating a potential buy signal for Bitcoin. But again, you know, we are in a bit of a downtrend at the moment, and we could still have some way to go down. Okay, so just be mindful when you're making your trades. I'm currently not in any longs on Bitcoin. I'm going to be waiting until, you know, until a bottom signal is made. And maybe when we see a significant amount of buying on maybe the 4-hour time frame. So we haven't seen any significant amount of buying like this here, but we have some little green crosses on the 4-hour time frame as well. So we'll see if we get a pump up on the Monday morning. Let's take a look at the Qs now. Again, not the Q, sorry, but essentially the Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq has been, you know, consolidating at these levels. It could very well be getting ready to make another move up towards the upside. And again, the Qs have another liquidity level right around 370, and 370 is not that far away. And we have the 786 currently sitting at 375. So it's still possible for the Qs to push higher, even though, as you know, as unlikely as it seems. But the Qs could technically get another blow off top here, and then we could start to come back down. In my opinion, you know, we are into some very heavy resistance now. You hit the 668, you hit the 618, and now you're hitting the 668. We'll see if this is just a stop out here for some of the shorts, and they're gonna take it down back to the 50% retracement, or we can consolidate a little bit more, and maybe we'll get another move up. But if that's not the case, and this is really the top here, then we are going to get another leg down. Again, we have a very heavy week of news. We have the CPI on Tuesday, we have the PPI on Wednesday, we have the Fed announcement for the rate hike on Wednesday as well, but that is supposed to be a pause. So we'll see if the Fed pauses here and continues hiking in July. But in my opinion, I mean, why would you pause now and then keep raising in July, right? They said it's to collect data, but in my opinion, if they start pausing now, they may pause for good and may not continue raising. And I know a lot of this other central banks have been doing pauses and then they've continued raising, like the Bank of Canada and the Bank of Australia. But again, the U.S. central bank is a little bit different because they are the nationwide reserve currency. And if we see that they're not going to pause, then in my opinion, they're going to keep hiking, or they're just going to pivot now, and they're gonna go back to lowering rates, because the economy, believe it or not, is actually really weak, given all the misleading data that they keep releasing. Jobless claims are rising, but you can see that jobs created keep spiking and keep increasing as well, which is making it a case for them to keep raising those rates. Anyways, let's move on here. Let's take a look at Bitcoin hash ribbons. We haven't seen any capitulation signs yet. So in my opinion, you are starting to see those Bitcoin miners starting to sell a little bit more Bitcoin here. So we'll see if we get a big drop and they start to sell. But in my opinion, I think Bitcoin could be getting ready for a potential long position between 23,000 to 25,000. Again, we're already in that $25,000 area, and we may not go lower, but you always want to play on the defensive and not go into heavy on the first try. All right, so I think I covered most of it for now. Actually, let's take a look at natural gas quickly. I'll cover nat gas on the wave edge here, not wave edge, market cipher. So I'll take a look at nat gas for everyone, because I know, in my opinion, I think nat gas has bottomed here. You can see on the daily time frame, you had a significant amount of red money flow. You got a green dot the other day on the daily time frame, and now we just opened up about 1.69% on nat gas in the overnight. So again, this could change at the open tomorrow. But on the weekly time frame, we were looking extremely bearish with a 16 and a -5 and increasing red money flow. And now we have a green dot, and we just opened a little bit more bullish on the weekly time frame. So we'll see how this one ends this week. But in my opinion, things are shaping up very well for nat gas, especially on the monthly time frame. You guys can see that momentum wave is definitely starting to slow down. And once we get that green dot, I expect a significant rally in the price of natural gas. And I know this could be confusing because you guys may think because oil is going down, nat gas has to go down as well, but sometimes that is not the case. You want to trade the chart by itself. And I know that, you know, oil being the leading indicator for energy, if this goes down, everything else will go down as well. But nat gas could be in high demand this summer with high temperatures coming for the US and Canada. And again, this is going to be a big one for the winter as well. If the European storage are still emptied, or sorry, if they've unloaded what the oversupply that they had and they're going to be needing it for the winter, then they're going to have to reaccumulate once again. Now let's take a look at nat gas here on the weekly time. The weekly time frame. So we are, we got that bullish MACD here on the weekly, but you want to take a look at the monthly, so you can see that the downtrend is slowed down significantly. But we don't want to get too much of ahead of ourselves. We'll see what happens in the coming months. Anyways, you guys know where I'm at, where I'm positioned at in the trades. If you want to get access to my trades, the link's in the description. Love you all. Thank you for watching my video.